episode of MT Squared, Minerva's 2-minute tactics for your procurement, which this week, as you've seen, comes to you with a very serious warning. The reason being, I want to talk about the procurement of payroll and HR admin and HR consultancy services. And having been through this process on a few occasions and on quite a large scale in one case, it's become apparent that it is something which is fraught with danger if you don't know what you're doing, but most importantly, if you don't have a huge amount of detail with regard to what you're asking for from the potential suppliers. So just as a bit of information, you're going to need to talk about things like working patterns. Do they do the school workforce census? Auto-enrolment? Do they help you with your gender pay gap reporting? What about pay increases when they happen? What about the calculation of maternity pay? There's just a plethora of things to consider. And the issue with having your payroll, for example, with someone who's not your HR admin or your HR consultancy provider, is that things tend to fall down the cracks. So things that you think are going to be provided by your payroll provider, they may turn around at some point, if you've not checked properly during your procurement process, they may turn around and say, sorry, but that's not included with our service. And then the HR admin provider might say, well, it's not included in ours either. So you need to be really sure that you're going into an enormous amount of granular detail about what you're asking for from the supplier. Also, very briefly, think about the historical data with your existing supplier. Think about report checking. Do you get reports in advance to check your payroll? Think about third-party payments. How long is it going to take to get those set up with a new supplier? So one thing I would definitely advocate in this particular area is if you can collaborate, it's a really good one to work together on, so that way, hopefully, you won't miss anything and nothing will fall through the gaps. So that's this week's tactic. Hope it's helpful. Till next time, soldier on.